You actually see colors around people? He asked, sucking in a surprised breath. She turned to take him in, but it was unfocused, as if she was looking at the air around him. Yes, and not just people. Animals and even sometimes objects, especially if they're well-loved or have strong emotions tied to them. He brushed his hands up and down her arms, tucking her braid behind her shoulder and drawing her chin so she was forced to meet his gaze. What color am I? Instead of the sadness she'd shown talking about her grandmother, a smile re-emerged, twisting up the corners of her mouth and making her cleft all but disappear. You change. It's varying shades of greens and blues. Right now, you're flickering from green into aquamarine. Not just regular aqua, but the indescribable shade you can only find at sunset. Like that, she said, pointing at the colors above the hills. When he looked at the sky, he didn't see anything like the color she'd mentioned. All he saw was a fiery orange turning almost black as a partial moon and a handful of stars came to life around them. His brows drew together in a frown. I don't understand. She looked at him with wide eyes before saying, see how the colors are stacked, like layers of a mile-high cake, the deep orange fading into golds and yellows? And there, just before they disappear completely, they turn into a delicious shade of aqua right below the midnight blue. He shook his head in awe, and she flushed as if embarrassed before saying, someday, I'll be able to capture it fully on the page, but whenever I try, the oranges are too tangy, and the aqua and blue fade together into one layer that's nothing but a dim denim. I don't even know what you're looking at. All I see are orange and yellow and dark blue. She leaned into him so their cheeks were touching as she pointed at the sky. Here, next to the clouds, it looks like neon pink, right? He shook his head. It looks orange, maybe red. She huffed and continued to point, naming colors as she slowly moved up from where the sun had gone down toward the black. Here, right here, for a brief moment, this is the aquamarine, brighter than even the Caribbean Sea, an almost indescribable shade. That's you most of the time, but especially when you kiss me. You don't see it? He cupped her neck with one hand, turning her face to his. What I see is how the sunset is reflected in your eyes and how your body is caught in its golden glow. His thumb landed on her pulse point, and he was happy when he felt it skitter into a faster pace. That sort of makes me sad, she said. There's so much more to everything around you. So many more shades and colors and tints. Maybe I need you to help me see what my eyes don't.